Hello, friends that live within the internet. My name is John, and in this video, I'm going to be asking the very serious question of what type of software engineer gets paid the most amount of money in 2021. So this video was actually requested by one of you amazing, beautiful, sexy viewers out there. So thank you very much. If you want to see me do a video on a topic of your choice, please leave a comment below because that's how I get a lot of the inspiration for these videos. So what we're going to be doing in this video is looking at the most popular programming languages and figuring out which one pays the most amount of money. Because after all, we all love the cash money. So what I've done is I've gone off, looked at Stack Overflow, looked at the most popular programming languages of 2020-21, then I've gone off, done myself a little bit of research, and I've figured out how many jobs have been advertised in the last 6 months, what the average contract day rate is, and what the average permanent yearly salary is. So what I'll be doing is sharing a top 10, so 10 down to 1. I'll tell you the most expensive, well-paid software engineering job at the end of the video, keep you in suspense. I'll also be telling you if that technology is trending or is on a downward curve. So it should be super interesting. Let's see how it goes on. Do you think you know what the best paying programming language is? Because I'm pretty sure it may surprise you. If you haven't already, because you're some sort of numbnuts, please hit the subscribe button right now. In case you haven't come across my videos, my name is John, hello, and I do weekly YouTube videos, web development, I do videos on productivity, career tips, all that sort of beautiful stuff, and it's very easy to use content on YouTube, so hit subscribe to make sure you don't lose anything, so you can be an absolute legend. So anyway, let's have a look at number 10 best paying programming languages in 2021. This list was taken from the developer Stack Overflow Survey 2021 edition, and it represents the most popular frameworks and programming languages out there at the time of airing. Now obviously there are more than 20 things in this list, so some things just did not make the cut, and some of the things may surprise you. Now C# is the 7th most popular languages in the world, however, my boy C# did not make the list. Also, SQL is up there as maybe the 13th most popular language in the world. SQL did not make the list. Luckily though, PHP, boo, hiss. PHP didn't make the list, which is a good thing. So what I want to say is just because a language is popular and there's loads of options out there, does not mean that it's the most well-paying job. So this is something to keep in mind. Do you go for something where there's loads and loads of job opportunities, which is likely you're going to get, loads of opportunities, you'll be able to find work easily, or do you go for something more niche? And when you go for something more niche, you'll probably get paid more money. However, there's a bigger chance that technology might change and the language falls out of favor, but you will get paid more money though. So this is one of the big trade-offs that you have to make. Kicking things off is JavaScript in position number 10. Now obviously I thought this was going to be a little bit higher, so this was quite surprising for me. Now the reason why it says popularity 5 and not number 1 is because it doesn't include React, Angular and Vue. So if you actually bundle them all together, this would be by far the most popular and used thing out there. So in the last 6 months there's been 4,252 positions. The median salary is 55,000 and the average contract rate is £500 a day. Not too shabby. Now personally, if I was starting out and I needed to learn a programming language, I would start with JavaScript because it pays well and there are loads and loads of jobs. So this is a good choice. In 9th position, we have the almighty C++. Been around for donkey's years, it's not going away anytime soon. However, it is a good payer. So let's have a look. So salary wise, we're talking about 57,500, which is not bad. However, contract rate, 575 a day. Now this is probably one of the biggest contract rates from all of this list, so nothing to sneeze at there. C++ has been around for donkey's years, it's probably not going anywhere. I still would probably pick JavaScript over C++. However, as you can see, there's loads of jobs. 1,069 69 jobs advertised in the last 6 months. So yeah, this is a solid thing to learn. It's still trending and growing, so it's something you may consider. Garden Gate is position number 8, filled in with Ruby. Now for me, I feel Ruby is a downward trending technology. Now as you can see, the salary though is pretty solid at £60,000 per year, nothing to sneeze at. However, compared to the other two, there's only 373 jobs being advertised in the last 6 months. So that's not as great. However, contract rate, 513. That's pretty solid, and it's the 193rd most popular thing on the IT Jobs Watch website. So again, you know, it's not the most popular, it's not trending as much, it pays a little bit better. Personally, I wouldn't go for it. However, whatever floats your boat. Lucky 7 comes in at TypeScript, and this is why I think JavaScript is so important to learn. If you can say JavaScript and TypeScript, there are loads and loads of jobs out there. So TypeScript, aside from JavaScript, is the 41 most popular thing. Now, contracting wise, it's 500 quid a day, exactly the same as JavaScript. However, if you're trying to become a permie, you get 12,500 quid extra just by being able to put TypeScript on your CV. So as you can see, it's 62,500, which is pretty good. And there's 1,311 positions just asking for TypeScript. So this is definitely something that I recommend you having a look at. Tom Mix, it's number 6. It's a bit of an odd one if I'm honest. So Stack Overflow grouped Bash, Shell and PowerShell all in the same thing. I did the same. So what I did is went out and researched Bash jobs. I ignored PowerShell because I couldn't be bothered. Now Bash is actually trending. There's 514 positions being advertised for Bash in the last 6 months. Now I'm guessing this is because there's a lot of DevOps, because JavaScript, TypeScript is so popular, people need to set up their CI/CD pipelines, and this is probably why Bash is trending. Now the salary for it is pretty good at 62,500. The contract rate is also pretty good at 500 quid a day. Now it's probably not the most popular thing in the world at 481. However, you're going to have some solid skills. If you're doing JavaScript and TypeScript and you also know Bash, these actually go hand in hand. Again, also if you know C# and PowerShell, again, these things go hand in hand. And if you combine multiple languages into the same role, the chances you'll get paid that little bit more increase greatly. Man alive, it's number 5, and we're going with Java. Now I never really got on with Java at university, however I kind of wish I did because it seems to pay a lot more than C# and there's more opportunities. So when we're looking at Java, it's the 11th most popular language in the IT Jobs Watch lists. The contract rate is a whopping 563 a day. Salary wise, 65,000. There's 2,514 jobs currently being advertised, and it's completely staying where it is. So it hasn't gone up, it hasn't gone down in popularity in the last couple of years. So Java is a solid choice, and I recommend a lot of people to pick it. Knock on that door. Position number 4 has been filled with Python. Now this is actually a draw with Java, however I just had to put one first. Salary both paying 65,000. The contract rate for Python is a little bit less at £525 per day, and the number of positions advertised is 2,686. Again, Python is a trending thing because obviously people need to create their back-end servers, so this is something which has got a lot of popularity and a lot of traction, so this is a very good thing to look into in my opinion. Cup of tea. Position 3 has been filled with Go. Now I actually really want to learn Go and it's in my things to do this year, so quite happy to see it here. Now salary wise it is pretty good, 70,000. Contract rate 525 per day. Now obviously Go isn't that popular and it is a growing language. So 140 in the position list and there's only 455 jobs advertised. Now personally I think for back-end development and API development, Go looks really promising and I do think it's going to grow in the future. However, this is one of those gambles where you might take Go now and it doesn't really gain any traction and it goes nowhere. So again, I'm going to learn it. Up to you. What do you think about it? Leave your comments below. One single duck. Do you get it? One single duck looks like a 2. So in position 2 is Kotlin. Now I haven't done much mobile development, so I don't really know too much about Kotlin. I do know that, you know, mobile languages seem to come and go quite a lot. However, the salary for it is pretty great at 72,500, contract rate of £525, so not too shabby. However, I would generally avoid this because look at it. Positions advertised in a year 266 and the popularity is only 252. As I said, people out there who know loads about mobile development might be going, yeah, Kotlin's going to be this thing in 2 years and you should know it. For me though, this looks too much of a gamble and I would steer clear of it. So what do you think is going to be position 1? And the winner is Swift. But is it actually the winner? So salary wise, it pays pretty great. 75,000. Contract wise, it pays the best at 575. However, it is a massively trending downwards technology. So it's dropped 100 positions. Its popularity is 829. And there's only been 132 positions advertised. So the people who need Swift developers are probably desperate for them, and they're paying loads of cash. And that concludes the top 10 paying programming languages. So what did you think about the list? Was there any surprises in there for you? Did you think Swift was going to be the winner? Now, just because something does pay the most doesn't necessarily mean that you should learn it. Now, as you can see, just because something is popular like C# doesn't mean it's going to be that well paid. And this is the trade-off that you're going to have to figure out. Do you want to be a generalist and learn, what everyone else is doing? You'll get job security, there'll be loads of positions, so you'll always be able to find work. Or do you go something quite niche where, if technology changes, you might be left high and dry. However, for the sweet time that the technology is trending, you could get paid the mega bucks and you could be making more money. I mean, the difference in £20,000 per year in salary, and that's just the average, so the top guys are going to be getting paid more, is actually quite amazing. So definitely one to think about. Now, as I say on each video at the end of this stage, if you haven't already, sign up to my newsletter. I send out a free weekly newsletter every Sunday, just all about web development. It's got some cool links in it, gives you an update about my content. There's no spam in it. If you want to subscribe afterwards, go for you, it's free. If you haven't already because you are numbnuts, please become a sub. So hit that subscribe button because I very much appreciate it and I think of you as an absolute legend. Also, if you want to help me trick YouTube into showing my video to more people, please hit that like button and do me a solid. Anyway, I hope you learned something interesting in this video. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and happy coding.